Ay mga ka-face mask, good afternoon. So, sorry. Sige, ulit.
A few moments later.
Hi mga ka-face mask, good afternoon. So, before, pinakita ko sa inyo kung paano gumagana yung auto park assist ng Geely Coolray. Today naman, let's talk about kung ano naman yung features isa-isa na meron sa ating infotainment. Okay? So, ang una, makikita nyo yung time and then yung date dito. So, of course, the time kung anong oras na ngayon, and then the date, and then the day itself for today. So, meron namang 9 na apps or modules ang infotainment natin. So, the first one is the music. So, all you have to do is to press the music, and then it will prompt you to choose which option. So may option ka for dalawang USBs, okay, and then you can connect the two USBs dun sa two USB ports sa baba, okay, right below the infotainment system, okay, or you can connect using your Bluetooth. Okay, next one is yung media play. Okay, so once you connect your USBs or naka-connect na kayo sa Bluetooth, it will automatically play your music, okay, and then you can already see yung playlist ninyo dito kung meron kayong playlist. Okay, now let's go back. Next naman is yung phone. Okay, similar to your phone, may tatlong bagay kayong makikita dito. Once you connect using your Bluetooth, okay, it will show you yung mga recent calls ninyo, okay, here, and then makikita nyo dito similar to your phone, makikita nyo yung mga recent phone calls ninyo. Pag ma-download na rin yung contacts ninyo from your phone, you'll see your contacts here, okay, similar to your phone. If you wanna call somebody na wala dun sa recent calls ninyo, then you can search, as long as naka-park kayo, just to be safe. Okay, and then lastly, under the phone app is yung dial. So similar to dialing to a phone, you just need to enter the digits or the numbers you wanna dial. Okay, na tayo. Next one would be the radio. Okay, so radio is going to be your, you know, yung standard radio niyo. Meron kayong FM dito. Okay, so and press nyo lang tong either forward or backward buttons, okay, if you wanna scan kung ano yung mga available na stations. Okay, you can also pause it for a bit. Okay, and then itong heart button naman dito, or yung heart icon, is for you to save your favorites. So as you can see, when I press the heart, nakita niyo man yung 89.9 na FM radio station, naging under na siya dun sa favorites natin.
Reset.
Okay, ito naman, when you press this, ito yung mga preset radio stations natin na that has been identified by the Coolray when you did your scan previously. So you can also choose which ones here, okay, or you can also press the scanning for radio stations again. Okay, yeah, alright, so press natin to, wala na siya. Okay, and that goes similar to our AM as well. So kung yung 520 favorite ninyo, press that, it will appear here on the side, and press it, it's gone. Okay, alright, tayo muna natin siya para hindi siya na maingay. Next na one is yung photo gallery. This one, if you have photos in your USB, then it would show here. Okay, this might not be the most this might be the most unused part of the infotainment, unless you want to use it like an album, or you want to look at some of the photos and talk about it with your friends or your family, then that's good. Pero normally when you're driving, it might not be the most used app, unless na lang you wanna look at your loved ones and gusto namimiss nyo na sila, gusto nyo silang kausapin using a photo, then medyo melodramatic kayo, then go for it. Okay, alright, next one naman is yung video. Okay, so if you have a USB, you have movies or certain video clips in your USB, once you insert the USB, mababasa naman niya, tapos pwede kayo mag-play ng movies or ng video clips na yon. Siguro warning na lang for everyone, and this is more of an advice. Sana when you play the videos, make sure lang na nakapark kayo, just to be safe, kasi it's also distracting when you're driving, when you're playing a video. Okay, now naman is the setup, okay, which is the last piece dito sa main main landing page ng infotainment natin. So meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na modules. So let's start with the vehicle. Okay. So the first parang items under the vehicle is yung auto mirror folding after car locking. So may dalawang options lang siya. Okay, either enabled or disabled. So ang ibig sabihin nito is pag pinatay niyo yung kotse at nilock niyo na siya, okay, either mag-auto fold yung kotse or hindi siya magpo-fold. So if you enabled it, magpo-fold siya when you lock the car, okay, and leave, or you can disable it. In my case, I always want it to be auto fold, so I always set it as enabled. Okay. Next naman is yung lamp setting. Okay, lamp setting, the two options. Okay, under the lamp setting, may daylight driving lamp or yung daylight running daylights natin. Okay, either you wanna enabled it or disabled it. So as you can see, pag disable mo, mawawala yung ilaw dito. Medyo very ano lang siya, very subtle lang. Pero pag press mo yung enable, nakikita niyo naman ang ilaw. Pag press mo yung disable, nawawala siya. So what this means is if when you're driving in the morning, okay, or early afternoon, meron ka pa ring running daylights na naka-on. In my case, I always set it as enabled as well. Very cool kasi yung design niya. Ang ganda ng forma, ang ganda lang tingnan. So, yan. Next naman is yung time accompanying me on my way home. So, meron siyang 4 na options, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, at saka disabled. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, if you live in an area na medyo not well lit, okay, and you want some light even after you turn off or switch off your car, you can choose how many seconds naka stay yung ilaw before it automatically turning off. So pwedeng 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or you can also disable it. So in my case, for example, I live in a well lit area naman, I don't need yung ilaw from the car, then I usually set it as disabled. Okay, but again, up to you kung gusto niyo ng ilaw to keep you guided, especially sa mga madidilim na area. Okay, so that's for the lamp setting. Next one naman is yung comfort setting. Okay, so may three items below the comfort setting. So the first one is yung window anti-clip alarm. So up to you if you wanna enable access to roll down and roll up the windows dun sa the passenger sa harap, front passenger, and the passengers at the back. Okay, or if you wanna disable it. Okay, so ito ibig sabihin pag enable ninyo, meron silang access to roll up and down the windows on their own kasi meron naman silang button doon sa each of the sides ng doors. Or if you wanna disable it, only the driver will have control on the rolling up and down ng mga windows ng passengers, and of course including himself or herself. Okay, next one naman is the car window rises automatically while locking. So ito naman, this is very helpful for those na baka mamaya medyo makakalimutin, nagbukas ng window sa likod tapos nakalimutan, or especially kung hindi masyadong visible. When you lock the door, you switch off the car and then you lock the car, it automatically closes all of the windows on its own. If you are confident naman that your windows are always closed, then you can disable it. But to me, I always keep it as enabled, just to make sure it's an additional security anyway, especially those na sa labas pinapark yung kotse, or sa medyo sketchy na lugar pinapark yung kotse. Okay, a very good security feature in for that. Next one, which is the last one for the comfort setting, is the widescreen wiper after reversing. So it's just a matter of whether when you reverse, the wiper wipes itself for a clear visibility, okay, ng likod, or if you just want to disable it. Okay, next one naman under vehicle would be the reminder type. I have to be very honest, I'm not very familiar with this, kung paano siya gumagana. I have my assumptions but I could be wrong. So this is a call out for help. Maybe you can comment down below kung paano siya gumagana. I'm seeing two options under the reminder type, the lamp, light, and horn, and then only lamp light rather. So I'm not sure talaga what this means or kailan siya na-activate. So please help me out. I would appreciate if you can comment down below kung paano siya gumagana or kailan siya na-activate. So for now, isa-set ko muna siya as lamp, light, and horn. Next naman, which is the last one, is yung blind spot monitoring. This one is an additional security feature and safety feature ni Geely Coolray. Okay, I always set it as enabled, but you have options as well for disabling it. So ibig sabihin, your blind spot monitoring won't be activated. Pero kung enabled siya or activated, it would identify if you have, or if there are vehicles behind you or on the side of the car that is prone to be a blind spot. Essentially, it gives you a warning right here when you experience it. Maybe I'll try to look for the video kung ano itsura niya. This is how it looks like pag activated. There's also an option whether you want a sound alarm, okay, or if you don't want to have a sound alarm, rather you'll just see a video here of where the blind spot is identified. And at the same time, pag enabled nyo siya, iilaw yung sa gilid nyo. Yan. Ganyan siya lalabas. Okay. Pag merong ma-identify na blind spot. Okay. So, again, this is an additional security and safety feature. So, I always keep it as enabled. I think for now, lalagyan ko rin siya ng sound alarm. Okay. So, that's it for the vehicle. The next one naman is yung connection. Okay. This one is just going to be your Bluetooth device. So, whether you are connected to a Bluetooth using your mobile phone or not. Okay, and then of course here may option ka din to have the Bluetooth visible or not to other phones. Okay, and then you'll see here the name of the Bluetooth. Okay, para madali nyo rin ma-identify when you're pairing, at least alam nyo na yung i-pair nyo dapat is Geely Bluetooth. Okay, hindi ko rin siya pinalitan, that's the default name. Pero it's up to you if you want to change it. Just press it and then you can change it. Okay? Parang phone lang din. Okay, but for me, hindi ako mahilig magpalit, so i-keep ko na lang yan. Next one would be the display. So the display is going to be whether you want it to be brighter, okay, or lighter, or darker rather. To me, siniset ko lang siya lagi ng 3 para hindi mahapdi sa mata. But it's up to you if you want it to be brighter. You have that option. So there's a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the brightest and 1 being the darkest. Okay. Theme mode naman. Okay. Theme mode naman is yung mode nitong infotainment plus yung instrument dashboard ninyo. Okay. So if you wanna disable it, okay, pwede kayong mamili kung alin yung pipiliin ninyong kulay. So medyo matagal siya, mag-load siya ng kulay niya. So there you go. So kanina, press kasi natin yung normal mode. So everything about it is going to be yellowish or whitish. Medyo yellowish siya. Pero kung gusto kong palitan, this one pala. Kung gusto kong palitan ng sport mode or the red one, papalit din siya. As you can see, naging red na dito, naging red na rin dito. Okay. That one is a different, hindi ba tayo? Mamaya tayo. So yan, so red. Pero kung gusto mo based on the driving then enabled mo na lang siya. So instrument linking with driving mode. So habang magpapalit ka ng driving mode, dun lang siya nagbabago. So for example, in-enabled ko na siya, tapos papalitan ko to eco mode. As you can see, nagbago na siya. So press ko yung eco mode, naging blue yung instrument panel ko dito. Okay? Kasi naka-enabled siya. So pag press ko naman yung sport, papalit din siya. Diba? Pero kung i-disable ko siya, tapos gusto kong mag-set lang ng specific color, then it's up to me whether it's the normal color, which is the yellowish orangey, or the red one, or the blue one. So, press natin yung blue, mag-load lang siya, and then everything is going to be blue, including your instrument panel. Okay? Makes sense. To me, lagi ko siyang ini-enable para alam ko kung ano yung consistent yung color combination ng car based on which driving mode I choose. So that's for theme mode. The ambient light naman, may tatlong ambient light. Can you kita? Actually 5. So the first two are here on the side. So this one, and then sa back. You see it? And then one is here, right above the glove box. Dito sa gilid, and then the ones behind. Okay? So For the ambient light, in-enable ko siya based dun sa driving mode natin. So currently naka sport mode tayo. Pag press ko yung eco mode, bigla siyang mag-blue. As you can see, nag-blue siya, including the instrument panel, nag-blue din siya, right? So there, but you can also disable it. Okay, so as you can see, wala nang ilaw anywhere. Okay, you can still see na consistent pa rin yung instrument panel as the eco mode or blue yung kulay, but the ambient lines were gone, okay, or switched off. Pero pag in-enable nyo siya, lalabas na naman siya. You also have the capability to adjust its brightness. So as you can see, in-adjust natin into 10, which is the brightest. Kita nyo naman, medyo brighter siya than earlier. I don't want it to be super dark, kaya kinikip ko lang siya talaga sa 3. Para very subtle lang yung kulay, very not so evident, but you can still see its intricate design. Okay, tapos meron din option dito if you wanna link yung ambient light sa driving mode mo. So earlier pinakita ko sa inyo, when you press the eco, nagbago siya yung kulay. But if you don't like that, if you don't want na gusto nyo as you change your driving mode, hindi nagbabago yung ambient light, sabihin na natin favorite nyo ang color red, then pwede nyong i-preset siya into red. So, pag un-click nyo to, pili kayo ng kulay, magiging red siya. So, for sabihin na natin favorite color nyo yung red, red na siya. Favorite color nyo ay blue, naging blue na siya. Favorite color nyo yung parang yellowish, yellow na siya. Pero sa akin, I always link everything, as I said, I link everything on my driving mode. So, i-keep lang natin siya based on okay? Right. Now naman is going to be the driving video restriction. So ito naman yung playing videos while driving. So either you wanna disable it, so ibig sabihin kasi pwede pa rin kayo manood ng video while driving, okay? Pero to me, I always enable it just for me to be reminded of safety precautionary measure na rin siya, just to make sure na hindi ako distracted. So, but you can disable it if you want, but I don't advise disabling this. It's for your own safety and for the safety of your passengers anyway. But it is an option. Geely is giving that option to all of us to make that decision. But always make the wise decision. Okay? Cool. Alright. So that's everything for the display. Let's move on to the voice now. Okay. Alright, so sa voice naman, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 options. So equalizer. So ito naman, naka-preset siya. May mga preset na siyang parang audio control for, you know, for the level of bass, alto, and treble. Okay? Yung standard niya is going to be very neutral. Pero kung kayo naman tong medyo mala-DJ ang feel, pwede kayong may mga preset options na rin dito, if you wanted the music to sound very pop-ish, kung gusto niyo ng rock or jazz. Kung kayo naman ay medyo classical, then you can choose the classic preset audio control. Okay, pero if you are really into, if you have a very specific music audio level and quality that you're looking for, then you always have the option to customize it. You can increase or decrease the bass level. You can increase and decrease the alto level, and then the treble level as well. Okay? To me, it's always standard, but a good friend of mine mentioned na maganda daw yung rock. So, isa-set na natin siya sa rock for now. Okay? Up to you. At least merong sa mga mahilig sa music dyan, at least meron kayong ganyang options. Hindi tayo limited. Next naman, which is one of my most favorites as well, is yung balance or attenuation. Okay, so ito naman, it gives you the freedom to choose which area the sound is going to be distributed. So currently, the music is being distributed equally on 4 of the sides. But up to you, for example, may mga natutulog na sa likod, you can just focus the music or the output of the music sa harap. Or for example, kayo lang naman, gusto nyo, naririnig nyo lang dito sa side na to, then you can hover on which area nakafocus yung labas, yung output ng music. Okay? Kung ikaw naman nagda-drive, masyado kang naiingayan, okay, gusto mo mag-focus, pero gusto mong mag-sing along ng mga taong nasa likod, then pwede nyo ilagay dito sa likod. Yeah. Very fluid siya. So, ang ganda actually. Very, very high-tech ko siyang nakikita. So, tapos pwede mo rin naman siyang i-reset. There we go. Move mo dito, reset, babalik din siya doon sa gitna. Okay? Kasi kung minsan hindi na natin mababalik yan sa dati. Next naman is yung volume adjustment. So ito naman very parang yung phone nyo lang din when you are changing your settings sa phone. So dito pwede nyo baguhin yung media volume. Okay, but essentially meron din naman kayong audio control sa steering wheel. Okay, so as you play the music, pwede nyo i-adjust I suggest adjusting it using your steering audio control. Pero kung gusto nyo may naka-preset ng ang tawag dito, volume, then pwede nyo rin ditong iset yan. Okay, meron din siya for phone ringtone volume, and then yung call volume. When you receive the call, ito naman when you accept the call. Okay? Yan. Next one is yung touch screen sound. So essentially, as you can see naman and you can hear naman, di ba, whenever I press anything, meron kayong click na naririnig. There. So ito siya. So up to you kung naiirita kayo sa sound na yon, then you can just disable it and wala ka na maririnig as you hover into different areas or as you click certain items sa infotainment. Pero ako gusto ko laging enable siya kasi gusto ko naririnig kung tama may napipress pa talaga ako o wala. Okay? Tapos last one, yung speed sensitive volume adjustment. Okay? So ito naman depending on your speed or as you accelerate, mag-a-adjust siya yung volume. So for example, as you're accelerating or speeding up, okay, pwedeng mas lalong tataas yung volume, mag-a-adjust yung volume ng music ninyo, okay? Kasi syempre yung makina mo din mas tataas din yung ingay ng makina. But in my experience sa Coolray, hindi ko rin naririnig yung makina even if I'm revving up. Ganun ka solid yung makina ni Coolray. So but still you have the options here. You can press none, you can press high volume or medium volume, and those are the options you have. Okay, so that's for the voice. Last one naman under the system setup is the system. Okay, essentially para lang din tong yung about your phone. Pag meron kayong yung sa general settings ng phone ninyo, so it just tells you ano yung mga versions ng Bluetooth na meron dito sa Coolray, if it's upgraded or not. Okay, and then the name of the Bluetooth itself. Okay, ito naman yung storage. Okay, this is linked to my SD card. So currently I have an SD card na may 24 gig. Okay, and it tells you how much you have consumed so far from your storage. Okay, and then of course yung restore factory settings, alam na natin siguro yan, parang similar lang din sa phone ninyo. If you want to restore everything back into its original form, just press on that. Okay, alright, so syempre cancel natin yan kasi madami na akong binago dyan. So that's it. That's the first 6 set of parang apps or tools or modules sa infotainment natin. The next one would be, so may last 3 tayo, the 360 panoramic view, the DVR, and then the QD link. So the 360 panorama is just going to be like your view for a camera. Okay, so meron kang view ng 360 dito, tapos ito naman yung view of either the front, the 2 sides, or the back. Okay, if you want to see just the 360 degrees, then press here, there. Okay, and then if you want to see the sides, meron din siyang options. Okay, ito yung siguro pag may super tight parking space kayong kailangan i-adjust, then pwede kayong tumingin dyan. Okay, just to be safe. Okay, tapos ito naman, pag in-press natin to, ito naman makikita nyo may grid lines dito, may 2 lines dito. Okay, pwede mo rin siyang i-unpress. Okay, there, nawala na siya, diba? These are like guidelines for you. Okay, so ito, pag nagre-reverse kayo, guide nyo whether nakalinya pa ba kayo, and at the same time, how far you are from a distance perspective pag nagre-reverse kayo. And then this one as well, guide siya kung ano yung alignment naman ng kotse ninyo. Okay, if you're that expert, you can disable it. Pero if you still want some guide, plus it's a feature anyway, then to me, I always set it as enabled. Okay, next one is the DVR, and this is my favorite sa infotainment. Ito yung nakastock na kasi ang dashcam ni Coolray. So essentially it records, if you have an SD card, insert it in the SD card slot, the recordings of your dash cam will automatically be recorded and saved dito sa DVR. Okay? So ito currently, this is the live feed of how it looks like. Okay? Pero ang pinakagusto ko dito is yung playback. Okay? Playback essentially shows you kung ano yung mga previous recordings mo based on your driving before. Okay? Tapos yung settings naman, maybe we can show you some of the playback. So pwede din, may options din naman kayo dito if you wanna delete some of the videos already sa mga kung saan na pumupunta, at may mga gustong baka reviewin ni Mrs. kung saan pumunta, pwede nyong i-delete kung saan kayo pumunta before. Pero syempre honest tayo, so wala tayong i-delete dyan. Okay? Next naman is the duration, kung gaano katagal yung pag-cut ng mga videos na nasi-save sa dashcam. May option kayo of 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. Ako I set it to 3 minutes, maybe I can set it to 5 minutes this time. So this time it's a good review of 9. Tapos syempre format SD card. So pag finormat natin yung SD card, mawawala lahat ng recordings natin. So yun naman natin gawin yon. Kasi essentially pag nagre-record siya, siya din naman yung nag-auto delete pag mapuno na siya. So yung most recent lang naman din ang sinisave niya, as long as may capacity pa. So pag sumobra ka na sa capacity, it will automatically parang override the previously recorded or the most outdated recordings of your dashcam. Okay? And then the last one is the QD link. So this one, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin, and this only applies to Android phones. Okay? I'm just not sure kung anong version ng Android phone, kung may OS version ba na specific, but essentially it works for Android phones. Ang kailangan nyo lang is meron kayong authentic or original cable, yung USB cable that came with the phone when you received it. Insert nyo lang siya sa USB port and then connect nyo yung phone. Okay? And then download the QD link app sa phone ninyo, and then once you link that in your Geely car, it will ask you for a certain parang pairing or authorization so that yung mismong phone ninyo will automatically appear as is dito sa Geely Coolray. So parang it's an extension, it's a mirroring type of capability dito sa Geely Coolray ninyo. So you can manipulate or use your phone, our infotainment similar to your phone. Okay? Yun lang naman siya. So those are the 9 modules within the infotainment natin. Anyway, yung kabuuan ng ating infotainment, this is 10.25 inches. Okay? Malaki siya actually, very visible din. There. That's it mga ka-face mask. Thank you.